over here to the right we have 107.08 mark. That's where I would expect the minimum move for crude to go. If we do get the fill here at 106.99, which right now is based off of the entry on the 8-4 chart, this breakout signal enter on the current bar range indicator. Potentially we'll get one over here too. We may not. Just looking for the green diamond below prices, but this is fine for an entry. Everything is in play. So again, that's the minimum area I'm looking for it to go to, at where I have that blue line based on the stops, based on a couple ticks below that target at 107.10. So 107.8 is where I'm looking for the minimum move, and that's about 9 ticks of profit. It may go higher given it's 10, and then it also may continue to go, since it has room to go higher, all the way back up to a new high, back up to the opening range high. There's nothing in the way. On the 8-4 chart, there's nothing in the way. So potentially this could be a very good move or strong move to the upside. Probably take the first entry here, and we may actually get a secondary entry. So I'm going to look for minimum profit on this one of 10. And then if we get another opportunity, possibly a trigger trade or even a pivot trade, we may take a secondary entry, depending on how strong this trend is. Keep in mind, we're inside this blue box. This is where the market opened up. So since it opened up here at 9 o'clock, it went slightly above its opening range, and it went slightly below. So overall, crude was moving pre-market, but once it opened up, it hasn't gone anywhere. Now you see we have our breakout diamond here on the 8-1 chart. If I didn't have it on the 8-4, I would take it over here, a tick higher at 107. And then once we get in, we manage the trade.
Order filled.
Okay, we're in the trade, we're filled. Stop goes to lower bracket, which in this case is going to be right here at 106.85 since I initiated the trade here. I could also choose this one here if I chose to do so, but I started it over here, so I'll manage the trade over here. Once we get, again, I'm looking for the market to come up to this blue line at least. Our target is just above that. So we should come up to this area at least. Once we get to 8 ticks profit, my stop automatically adjusts to break even -5 or trailing stop of -5. Like that. And so now I just leave my stop alone. We just hit the red stops above and see how we initially pulled back, but again I'm looking for a little bit higher.
Target filled.
There you go. Alright, so we, like I said, we could go much higher here, but I said we may be looking for a re-entry here, as that's initially resistance. So let's see if we can get maybe a trigger trade, because we still have, well, here's the opening range high. We went from the opening range low all the way up to the opening range high, which basically means the market still hasn't gone anywhere. This is where it started the morning session. So if it pulls back from here, we may get a secondary entry here. So now we're set up for a possible trigger trade. Once we broke that low, we're coming back to the trigger. We're going to have a buy entry here at 107.14. So I'm going to put a buy stop.
Order pending.
107.14. Reason being, we're still in an uptrend on the 5-minute with room to go higher. We're still in an uptrend on the 8-4 chart with room to go higher. And our trend chart is also still in an uptrend. So we've set up for a pullback, a trigger trade. And on the trigger trade, all we need to have is a green buy sell filter, green background, green bars, and a green trigger, which we do have. Prices came back, broke the previous low. You don't actually have to touch the trigger. This is fine, just as long as they break the previous low and they don't come down and hit the lower bracket of the current bar range indicator. Otherwise, that would, of course, change trend. So now we're looking for them to come back up, hit 107.14, our fill price, and we have another target up here at 107.25. So look now for the market, if it does continue to go higher, hits our fill price, to come up to at least 23, which is 2 ticks from this area at 107.25. That would be a reasonable target area. So let's see if we get this. Now the whole key here is the market is at its opening range. We're coming back up to that area. We have large volume here. It's a large volume spike. Didn't break the previous one, and we're still building in less of volume to the upside. So we're about a tick away from our fill. And again, I do expect, obviously there's a double top. That's going to be the first area of resistance. Okay, we're filled now. Stop goes to the lower bracket of the current bar range indicator at 106.98. We're coming up on a double top. Wow, that was fast. Okay, you guys, there's your $200 for the day, and it's only $9.50. How about that?